I've seen some incredible changes in my life thanks to my vegan diet centered around whole plant foods. And as a vegan cooking and health coach, I help to bring these awesome benefits to the lives of others as well. So in today's video, I'd like to share with you my top 9 greatest vegan food lessons that I've learned the hard way through 6 years of following a vegan diet, 3 years of which I worked as a food scientist in the food industry. Let's dive in, friend. I'm Dr. Ryan Williams, your host and the founder of Growing Pure, where I help you make vegan cooking and health fast, simple, and mind-blowingly tasty. All right, lesson number 1 was that you don't actually need meat to feel full. Who knew? I certainly didn't back in the day. On the odd occasion when I would have a vegetarian or, heaven forbid, a vegan meal back in the past, I would be very skeptical that it would ever make me feel full. And often this is because I was like eating some salad or some lettuce leaves that didn't have enough calories to fill me up. The truth is that many animal products are very rich in calories. That's why it's quite easy to put weight on when we're eating these sorts of foods regularly. However, there are plenty of sources of calories on a plant-based diet. And not only will these help us feel full, they'll also give us fantastic health benefits as well. So I learned to construct delicious meals that filled me up without any meat or any other animal products. And now the meals I eat, I feel satiated, I feel full and happy with the food that I eat. Lesson number 2, a vegan diet can help fuel your cognition and your performance. So a lot of people might worry that if you go onto a vegan diet, you're not going to get your nutrient requirements, you're going to become frail and weak and fall apart at the seams, which it turns out is not true at all.
Inconceivable!
Over the last 6 years, I have done my most demanding work, both intellectually and physically. So when I began a vegan diet, I was still doing my PhD in organic chemistry. I finished that, I went to work in industry, and now building this channel, there's a lot to think about, and I feel like I probably could have done this on any diet, but getting over that lethargy, that brain fog, I don't have any of that. I'm kind of wake up, raring to go, and excited and clear. And I attribute a lot of that to my diet. Not only that, I think exercise and sleep plays a big part as well, but certainly the diet really helps. But also physically, right? I've taken up running over the last few years. I love doing it. And last year I ran my first marathon, completely fueled by plants. Not only that, I tend to climb mountains. I do workouts. I never really did many workouts before. All the kind of what little muscle mass I have grown on a vegan diet. I'm not any kind of bodybuilder, but I like to do a little bit of a workout, training, and plants provide everything you need. That's what I learned. Lesson number 3. You can, in fact, make vegan food just as delicious as animal-based foods, if not more so. So I think many people, including me, were worried that if you adopt a plant-based diet, you go vegan, you are going to give up on loads of tastes, you're never going to enjoy your food as much. This is not true. Eating vegan has sort of forced me to be more creative and more open-minded with my meals and to infuse more flavors into my food. I've become far more adept in the kitchen as a result of this, and my food tastes way better than it ever did before. So in fact, on the contrary, rather than diminishing your flavors and the variety of your meals and the amount of enjoyment you can get out of your food, quite the opposite is true. You will very likely enjoy your food far more because you will experience fantastic textures and flavors and different cuisines you've never had before. So please don't worry that you're not going to enjoy your food on a vegan diet. Chances are you're going to enjoy it even more. Lesson number 4. People don't really care that much about what you eat. There's definitely a concern that If you go vegan, you eat plant-based, people are going to judge you, right? They're going to come at you, your family, your friends are going to give you a hard time. And to some extent that is justified, especially at the beginning. When you first change from doing one thing to trying something different, people are going to question it. They're going to say, what's going on here? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Generally that's out of curiosity rather than hostility, right? They just want to know, okay, this is new, what's going on? But after a little bit of time, people are too worried about what's going on in their own lives to really care about what you're doing with your diet. So I would say you really don't need to worry that much about what other people are going to think. After that first few months, people will just kind of get on with it. Now the exception here is if you try and tell other people what to eat. They really don't like that. So I tend to find that if you want to introduce other people in your life to vegan eating, plant-based diets, great tasting food is the way to go, okay? People's complaints somehow miraculously evaporate when you give them food that tastes fantastic. If you can cook delicious meals, serve it to your friends and family who aren't vegan, they will suddenly realize, oh wait, actually you don't have to just eat lettuce and carrots like a rabbit. You can eat delicious food. Lesson number 5, eating vegan feels mentally and emotionally good. And this, I feel, is because you're aligning your beliefs with your actions. So when we're doing something that is kind of contradictory to what we know is perhaps for the best for animals or for the environment, that creates a sort of cognitive dissonance in our minds. It creates an internal discomfort. And sure, we can just kind of power through it. We can keep eating the way that we've always eaten. We can keep eating animal food, but we have to sit with this unbalance, this discomfort, because our food choices may not be aligning with what we think is best or know is best factually about the well-being of animals and the environment and even our own health. And so when we center our diet around whole plant foods, not only are we benefiting ourselves, we're benefiting the world we live in, we're leaving it hopefully in a better way than we found it, and we're saving the lives of animals. And this creates a sort of inner harmony and peace. It's a little bit difficult to put your finger on this exactly, but I think once you do it, you really feel it. And it's just a nice, gentle, harmonious way of existing and going through life. Vegan food lesson number 6 is that eating vegan has made me a more open-minded person and less quick to judge others. Let me explain here. Back before I was vegan, I was very arrogant and very ignorant of what a vegan diet entailed and why it might be a good idea. I was very dismissive of it. Over time, I came across scientific evidence and sort of examined my own moral compass, if you like, and eventually, after years, came to the conclusion that eating vegan was a great decision. But now I kind of think, you know, if I was so wrong about a vegan diet and I was so ignorant of it, what else might I be completely ignorant of? And so today I take a slightly more balanced and gentle and less assertive approach to things that I may not agree with. I try to be a little bit more reserved in forcing my opinion on others and try to sort of explore things in a more open-minded way. And I think realizing how wrong I was about a vegan diet in the past has really helped me in that respect of being more patient, more open-minded with new ideas. So lesson number 7 is that food is an amazing way to bond with other people, but it doesn't have to be traditional animal-based foods, even on the holidays. So I think a major obstacle for a lot of people when they're thinking about adopting a healthy vegan diet is, well, what am I going to eat on Christmas and Thanksgiving? And what about my grandma's perfect sort of stew recipe that has chicken in it? I'm not going to be able to eat any of that. How am I going to bond with my family? Now look, this is a valid concern, but it turns out it's unfounded. Why? Because bonding with others is just about people being together around a dinner table, enjoying one another's company, engaging in conversation. The food is a great glue that holds us together around a dining table, but exactly what that food is, it turns out it doesn't really matter. You can have as wonderful a family meal around a lovely kind of vegan nut roast as you can a turkey. And if anything, eating vegan has made me appreciate food as a social thing even more. And I really enjoy cooking for people, having people together, and enjoying that shared experience of eating the same meal together. So lesson number 8, and this is a big one, is that I learned a whole food vegan diet is really one of the best things that you can do to cut down your disease risk and give yourself the best chances of living a long, vibrant, thriving life. I think most of us don't really appreciate just how powerful our food choices are in determining our long-term health. It's perhaps the single greatest determiner of our likelihood of getting heart disease and type 2 diabetes and Alzheimer's and obesity going forwards. And a well-planned, whole food vegan diet that also satisfies our taste buds, well, that is a recipe for wonderful living. So if you want to live a long life, you want to live disease-free, and you want to be able to make the most of this one precious life that you have, a whole food vegan diet is a great part of that. And finally, lesson number 9 is that educating others about a plant-based diet and a vegan lifestyle can significantly improve their lives. You know, look, I'm living proof here. I feel better and I look better and I weigh less than I did before I was vegan. And I've seen this transformation in friends and in amazing people online like you. The power of this way of eating is reflected in scientific studies, in stories, in experiences. There is so much that supports that this is a great way to live a wonderful life. And so it follows then that actually educating others and helping give people like you the tools that you need to thrive, well, that's a really powerful and enriching thing for me. And that's why I create videos here, to help give you these lessons that I've learned and help make your life that little bit better. And so if you would like to see more of these kind of videos that will help you with your vegan diet and health, then please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me. Now friend, one complaint that I do hear from my students and from people new to a vegan diet is, this takes too long. I can't spend all this time in the kitchen, it's crazy. Well, I have a gift for you to help you with that exact problem. I want to give you my guide on how to get hours of your time back in the kitchen by learning my top 5 time-saving hacks that will allow you to create simple, delicious vegan meals really, really quickly. So if that would be helpful to you, it's my free gift to you. Please click the link in the description below. It is all yours, my friend. Now I want to thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, I think you will enjoy my review of the Netflix series Live to 100, The Secrets of the Blue Zones. This goes into what the longest living people in the world do on a daily basis to achieve fantastic vitality into their old age. If you'd like to watch that, you can click right here. I will see you in the next video.